about the sickness of someone. Am I the only person that have an issue? Have you never have an issue with even J? Go back to when we have the meeting. How many times you even collide with the J? Not only J, with the woman, with all this, is it Lucy? Why is it everything is about, even if there is a problem, she's always a problem with the people. I'm a problem. I might be a problem. It's not that I'm a problem because I'm always working here. Or you see me because I'm present here. This is my desperation of being present always in this organization. That's the desperation of Lucy. She's desperate. I have a problems. Yes, not only Lucy have a problem on this earth. Everybody has a problem. And no one will come up proudly, write a message to tell someone to go and seek medical doctor treatment. Oh my goodness, that word. You need approval. I need to be taken to the hospital and approved. Check.
Okay, so we're gonna go to Sandra, and we're gonna be doing repeating back what we heard.
Okay.
So Sandra, can you go ahead and repeat back what you heard?
Okay, what she said is actually so long. I will try and repeat the one I heard her, if I'm correct. She said, according to her, she said, I'm always tackling her. I have problem with anything she do. That I'm not always available to work, but I'm always available to reply message according to her. And I said she need to go to the hospital for checkup. She said so many things anyway, and she said, hold on. She said what she's passing through a lot according to what I heard, and no one have the right to use what is her current situation to judge her or talk to her. That she's desperate to work. Check.
Time for breath. Please stop and get ready.
I did not
Now
say check up.
inhale. 1, 2,
According to
3.
the message
Exhale.
was
1,
clear.
2,
I should be
3.
taken to a
Pause.
doctor
Inhale together.
treatment.
1,
That means
2,
it is something
3.
that Sandra
Exhale.
confirmed
Relax.
already have a result. That I need the treatment. It was about the treatment, not checking up. It's already what you already have tested me and you know it. Treatment, not check up. I check your message very well.
So, Sandra, do you want to repeat that?
Can I should.
So Lucy said that she feels like it was not a checkup, that it was for treatment.
Okay, Lucy said I said she should go to hospital for checkup.
No.
No, for treatment, not check up.
You can say it okay for treatment.
So does that make sense, Lucy? Is that good? Is that everything or what?
Not everything. She will just say few. Anyway, it's fine.
It's good or
Did
not?
I repeat what you said, Lucy, or is there anyone I missed?
I mean, you went very long, Lucy. The reason why you break
It's
it up
okay.
is to
Yeah,
help
she
people
has
repeat.
said. She summarized fine.
It's fine. Okay. So I would just summarize and say that one thing that I heard that was not repeated by Sandra was that you also mentioned that, Sandra is upset because of those things, and asking why you're negative. Then she said that she was sorry. So I think that's a good thing to note that was said. So Lucy, do you have anything else you want to add before going to Sandra's turn?
Okay, Jay. Hello.
Uh-huh.
Like I would like to add an example. For example, if someone say you are having HIV and you are positive, and you have not tested you, how do you feel without the results?
Time to pause. Please stop. Close your eyes. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open your eyes.
So, are you done, Lucy?
Is she done?
Yes,
Lucy, are
I'm
you
done.
Okay.
done?
I'm done.
So
I'm done.
Sandra,
Let
Sandra,
Sandra
you're
take over.
gonna repeat back what you heard Lucy say again. Sandra, can you repeat
Am I
back?
allowed to speak now?
You need to repeat back
Okay.
what you heard Lucy say.
Okay, she said, for example, if someone says you have, for example, if someone says you have HIV and HIV positive, someone says you are positive, how would you feel if you don't have the result?
Is that correct, Lucy?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Anything else that you need to add, Lucy?
No.
No.
I'm
All right.
okay.
So Sandra, we're ready to
Yeah.
go to your turn. And after Sandra, it's my turn. So Sandra. So just do your best to keep things reasonable so that we can make sure that Lucy can repeat back and everything. But Sandra, it's your turn now. You can say whatever you want.
Okay, before I start speaking, I would like to paste the exact statement I made on Discord for everyone to read and understand very correctly. Then I will go ahead.
Yeah, that's good. So observations, I statements, feelings, repetitions. So yeah, if you want to copy and paste something and read it, it's perfectly fine. That would be
No
considered an
problem.
observation.
Okay, I have copied it on line 125, column
All right.
D, starting.
I'm
Okay,
gonna
that
I'm
is
gonna
the
just
exact.
I'm gonna move it and shrink it up a little bit so that we can actually read it. All right. So
Oh,
continue.
okay. Yesterday we were having a main function yesterday, and everybody, according to the police, I'm very much aware that everybody is allowed to chip in opinion as well as ask question if there is any. So while they were talking about recruitment, Lucy said that Angelito and others have gotten payment, and I never attacked Lucy, neither do I speak to her harshly. What I said, I'm very much aware that yesterday's session was recorded. I suggest maybe we should play it back. What I said is, Lucy, did you confirm that all that Angelito
Time
they've
to
gotten their
stretch.
payment
Please stop.
before you say they've
Stand up
gotten all
and
their
stretch and
payment?
move around
Maybe
for 30
she feels
seconds.
offense, which I don't know why she's angry over it. Okay, as we are going, when we want to start another topic, which was half a year bonus, I just chip in something. I hope this sanction won't bring problem. And I never mentioned anybody in particular. I never mentioned Lucy. I never mentioned Jane or Martins. I just say something. Hope this sanction won't bring a tension. It's even tension I said. So my question, what I don't understand about her is that why did she feel that what I said is related to her when I never mentioned a word? What she now said back in return was, why am I always negative? I was like, you want to repeat back what you just told me right now? She said, I'm always negative. I said, as how? Explain to me. What makes me negative? We are having a main session, and it's my right to chip in words as well as ask questions. She she did not say anything, and I decided to go on a dialogue with her so that she can explain more better, which I confirmed to you. You said I should make a post, and everything is there on Discord. It's transparent, right? Everybody can read through. I was answering you. I was like, she haven't said anything concerning what my proposal. Lucy said in response, why am I making noise? Is there? It's obvious. Why am I making noise? Yeah, don't provoke you. Are you telling me don't? I was like, who wants to provoke you? Who is making noise? She said, I'm the one. Is there? Everybody should go and check. I'll still copy more and paste. Before you, Lucy, I would like to say before you talk about what someone said to you, I suggest you should try to retrace what you said. She said, I am the one that have problem. I should go and sort my family problem. Please, Lucy, did I complain to you that I have family problem? Did I ever mention my family? I have problem regular. Okay, I don't always come online. That's pretty fine. Which I complained to the group. I have a baby. Jay said I can be coming online with my baby. That's not a problem. But sometimes my internet used to be bad. So Lucy, I'm gonna ask, do you see me as a threat? Because of course, anything you work, I don't collect your money, right? We work and get paid. And Jay can never pay me if I didn't work. And concerning the payroll, the last time you mentioned you harbored something in mind for me. You were doing the payroll, and I never even respond to your probation. What's my business with your
Time to
probation?
pause.
You said,
Please stop.
Sandra, work
Close
hard,
your eyes.
kindly
Count.
vote
1,
on this
2,
proposal.
3, 4, 5. Open your
That
eyes.
was what you said. And I said I couldn't find any proposal. Kindly send the link to the proposal so I can vote. Because sometimes I don't get the chance to come online. If I come, I'll just going through messages. I never responded that I want to vote on your probation. What's my business with you going on probation or not? Of course, I remember that anytime the time we are offering back pay, anytime they want to vote for you, I used to vote for you high because I don't have a personal problem with you. So why do you see me as a threat? Am I collecting your money? Do you have issue with me working on on SFC? Do you have personal problem with that? Why see me as a threat? And you saying I said you should go to the hospital. I think taking it off SFC, I can sue you for saying I have family problem because it's a defamation on my part. You said, did you have proof that I have family problem? And I said you need to go to the hospital to be diagnosed, and you see that as a problem. Check.
Cool. So, as far as nonviolent communication, when you say, why do you see me as a threat? That is not an I statement, right? So an I statement would be, I feel like, I'm being accused of threatening others or something like that. So it's like, technically this is an opinion because you're saying that there's an opinion of someone else that they see you as a threat, which is an opinion of your own. All right. Anyways, does that make sense, Sandra? But other than that, everything seems reasonable, and then we're just gonna repeat it back. Okay.
Okay.
So, Lucy, would you like to attempt to repeat back? Lucy, you're on mute.
Yes. I heard Sandra saying everybody is allowed to schedule. I will just summarize whatever I will grab it. Everybody is allowed to have their own opinion and answer the question. So she said, I'm not, she says she's not attacking me. I was not attacking Lucy.
Please stop and get ready. Now inhale. 1, 2, 3. Exhale.
She said
1,
she
2,
did not know why
3.
Lucy
Pause.
feels
Inhale
she's
together.
angry
1, 2, 3.
when we
Exhale. Relax.
start other topics. I think the thing, and also she was saying Lucy is also, she can sue me of talking about her family as well. Guys,
Sandra, is that correct?
family.
Did Lucy repeat back correctly, Sandra? Sandra, you're on mute. We can't hear you.
It's not correct. He didn't repeat what I said.
I cannot repeat
I think it's
everything.
written
You have
down.
a lot. I summarize.
So you should summarize some,
Yes, of
right?
course. Yeah.
Okay, so
Okay.
so Sandra, you can repeat anything that you feel like was missed. So if
I
you don't
said
think it was correct, then just
she
repeat what you
said
thought was missed.
before before I responded to her to go to the hospital for checkup, she told me I am the one that is pushing my frustration on her. I should better fix my family problem. Like, did I ever mention to her I am suffering from frustration or my family have problem? Okay, you didn't mention that. And I said, before you start saying someone tell you something that is making you to be pained, you should try to remember what you tell the person before the person responded to you. You didn't say that.
Okay, Lucy, do you want to repeat that back again?
She said I did not agree. I did not mention about the family, which I did. You said I accused him about the family. Did I know that? Did she has a problem with her family? Which I don't know where. I'm checking on it to see where did I say about the family. If I mention your family, should be.
I've
also
tested it. It's on line 127. You can check it on Discord.
Yeah, I would
I've
like
copy
to
and
know
pasted it
why
on
was
Discord.
that said? What provoked me to come to that? What was
Okay,
the
okay. You
message?
can go through
Yes,
the messages.
the
It's there.
message.
It's
Why
there.
was I responding to you that way?
Okay, but on
No
line
problem. You can check.
120, on line 126, it says, "You're the one transferring your problem to me. You just show up yesterday and you
Yes, she's
started
the one
problems and fixed your own
starting
problem."
saying I
But I don't see
transfer the
anything about
problem to
anything
her.
about
Time
That
to
is
family.
why I
pause.
respond to
Please
her.
stop.
I
Close your
respond
eyes.
what she
Count.
said.
1,
He's the one
2,
who is starting
3,
the problem,
4,
Sandra.
5. Open
Okay,
your
Then
so
I
eyes.
Lucy,
responded
you need to stop. This is not a time to respond. This is a time for Sandra to make sure she is presenting her
you are the one
perspective.
transferring your problem to
And
me.
so
Yes.
I want to know whether or not Lucy repeated everything back that you were expecting, Sandra, or not.
Yeah, she summarized.
She said, okay, great. Okay, so the only thing I wanted to add in terms of my understanding.
Before you continue, is there anything in that message saying family?
No, I do not see anything in the message that says anything about
Then
family.
why family? Where is the family coming from?
Well, it's irrelevant because what matters now is what Sandra is saying. Okay. So Sandra can say whatever she wants. Our goal is just to repeat and hear it, and then we can respond afterwards. All right. So it's Sandra's turn currently, but I want to say one thing in response, which is simply that, in relationship to nonviolent communication, saying that someone is negative is not an I statement. It is an opinion. Right? And there's nothing
Okay.
against policy, right, that necessarily says that someone can't be negative. So it's just good to note that in terms of nonviolent communication. But let's just get to Sandra. And obviously there's a lot of other, things that are not adhering to nonviolent communication here and the way the back and forth is going, and just a lot of opinions, a lot of, assumptions that are being made that are not I statements or feelings or observations, right? So lots of opinions, lots of assumptions, instead of just focusing on the work, which is what we should be doing. So let's get back to Sandra. Sandra, you can continue if you have anything else to add, because it's still your turn.
For now, I do not have anything. What prompted
Sandra, I think we lost you.
to say to her what is going to be available for the contentious session or she will not be. She didn't respond. And Jay, you asked me if she have communicated, which is here on Discord. I said no. Then what she now responded with is, why are you making noise? Why are you making noise? And yet you scheduled for tomorrow. Stop provoking me. What was that supposed to mean? Stop provoking me. Before
Time to take a
we
break.
now start
Please stop.
exchanging words
Write
and she
down
picked
whatever
offense
you
on
were
what I
about to
said,
say and take a
forgetting what
break
she
for
told
6
me
minutes.
first.
Okay, so is that a
I'm done.
request? Is that a request to Lucy that you want to ask her what that means?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, what prompted this meeting actually was that she said I'm always negative simply because I asked question. I only want to ask her to clarify why she said negative and why she feels that she's the one I'm referring to when I said I hope this I'm referring to when I did not.
So it's cutting off, Sandra. I seeing a bad connection. Sandra, can you hear us? Sandra,
Yeah,
can you hear us?
I can hear you now.
All right, so it cut off a little bit, but we can do the repeating back if you want. Or you can try to repeat
Okay,
the last part.
I think I'm done now. I'm done.
So Lucy, can you repeat back? You're not going to respond to the request. You're just repeating back to make sure that we understand. All right, and we can take a break. So Lucy, if you could repeat back, and then we take a break, and then it'll be my turn. Lucy, you're on mute.
I am mute, sorry.
Okay, so can you repeat back what you just heard Sandra say in her request? But don't respond yet. Lucy, can you repeat back?
Yes. I repeat the request asking Sandra asking Lucy what that mean. There is nothing. Why she feel that is the one I'm transferring when I made my statement. I think that's the only thing I
Okay,
said.
so Sandra, is that correctly repeated? Is that what you said?
No.
No? Okay, do you want to repeat it again, Sandra?
I said, why does she feel that she's the one I'm referring to when I made my statement during the main session?
Okay, so Lucy, do you want to repeat that back again?
She said, why does she feel she is referring to the statement they made during the main session? Why should I feel I'm the one referring? Her statement was referring to me.
Yeah.
I think that's it.
So Sandra, is that correct?
Yes, yeah.
That's correct. Okay, cool. So anyway, Sandra has a request. We'll get back to it. Let's take a break. When we come back, it'll be my turn, and then hopefully we can do one more round, and hopefully we can, wrap this up with next steps, and then go from there. So, but I'm glad everyone's here. This is good. So we're making progress. So quick break. Does that sound good? 3 or 4 minutes.
Okay.
It's 4 o'clock. Time to start. Please get focused on the session.
Okay. All right, is anyone ready to continue?
Time to pause. Please stop. Close your eyes. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open your eyes.
Is anyone ready to continue?
Yes, I'm back.
Lucy, are you back?
Yeah, I'm back.
Okay, so it's my turn now. So, I wanted to repeat what I said before, which is that there's nothing necessarily against policy to be negative. It can be also an opinion, like whether someone is negative or not, can be a very opinionated. For example, somebody who's bringing up a grievance or a problem with the organization and saying there's a major issue could be looked down on, and you could just say, oh, you're being negative, that's not really an issue. But really, that's just an opinion. One person has an opinion that there's an issue, another person has an opinion, oh, there's no issue, everything's perfectly fine. For example, me getting paid hundreds of thousands of dollars and them getting nothing, they may have an issue with it, but the other person's like, oh, well, that's negative because you're saying that I shouldn't be getting paid, right? So again, in general, the idea that a question or an issue is negative would be an opinion, which is not our focus of, nonviolent communication. As we focus on observations and we focus on, I statements and feelings. So we can have a feeling about it, and we can feel like our perspective is being misunderstood, right? Anyways, obviously what we're talking about here today goes much deeper than the main session on Thursday. Me and Lucy have worked through a lot of problems over the course of almost 2 years since everything fell apart. We tried to reincorporate a Tay into the organization and we were never able to. We didn't really get through the contention with the Tay. And I feel like the same is true with you, Sandra, that there's still undealt issues from our forking and the entire dissolution of the organization 2 years ago. So,
time for breath. Please stop and get ready. Now inhale. 1, 2, 3. Exhale. 1, 2, 3. Pause. Inhale together. 1, 2, 3. Exhale. Relax.
so I think we can get over those problems and we can move forward. Because I don't think they're very serious, but it does take effort. And I think the hardest things is that, you know, me and Lucy are working extremely hard. Sandra, you haven't been as involved, and so there is the tension there where it's like, you know, we're trying to stay focused on the work, and it's very easy to get distracted, like we are today. But if we can solve these problems and get through that and have another team member to work with, we would love you to be involved, Sandra. All right, but we do need to make sure that we are focusing on work, and that it goes all around for all of us to address the core, deeper issues about our contention that relate from years and years of miscommunications, conflict issues, you know, both negativity and other things, right? So it's not just Thursday, clearly to me. All right, so with that said, you guys can repeat what I just said, and then hopefully we can go back to Lucy and then move on, because I think we're making progress. I think this is good.
Okay. Can I repeat?
Uh-huh.
Can I repeat?
Yes.
Okay. Jay said, there is no is an opinion saying someone is negative or positive. Lucy and him has had lot of issue in the past on. He and Lucy is trying to get. I don't know if I repeat what you said.
You are breaking. You do not hear.
What?
You are breaking. At some point, you couldn't hear. You stop talking and you hear words. Maybe you need.
Okay, is it clear now? Can I repeat?
Yes.
Okay, what I heard Jay said is, Jay said, someone is an opinion. Someone can make his or her opinion, and Lucy and him has been trying to get
pause.
work
Please stop.
done, focus
Close
on
your
work.
eyes. Count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Him with
Open your
Lucy
eyes.
do have issue and move on and forget about it. Just trying to summarize.
Yeah. Okay, so I mean, I feel like that is a reasonable summary. It meets everything that more or less what I said. I do want to add one thing as a request, and then we can go to Lucy. So my request is this. Sandra, if you are serious about getting involved in being a full owner and partner in our cooperative, I really don't think we should try to finish this today. I think we should be very serious, and we should do two things. One, we should continue to schedule contentious situations to work on our relationship with Sandra, if you're really serious about being involved. And then 2, I think in the broader coalition hub, right, for the whole network, that we need to figure out a way, because we were talking about this yesterday at the main session for the coalition hub, which again the co-op is part of, right? The co-op coalition is part of the coalition, bigger, broader hub. That basically, in relationship to our goals, right, that we want to solve social problems, the core of almost every social problem is conflict and contention and issues. And so as we bring more people together, as we start doing social media and outreach, we're going to be bringing people together that have different worldviews, different cultures, and different perspectives that are not going to agree. And it's going to be tense, and it's going to have conflict involved, right? So we were discussing how important it is to make addressing issues within the coalition regular process, right? That it happens regularly, like once a month at least, or at least once a quarter, where we are having a set time and date where people can bring up issues and grievances and conflict and contention and all that, to make sure that there's a space to vent and share people's frustrations and issues and problems, because they are going to exist. If we are even slightly successful, or we're not successful, and we just get more people involved, like our goal is, there's going to be issues. It's going to happen, because we're trying to replicate the vision of society. And society is a bunch of conflict and contention.
Time to stretch. Please stop. Stand up and stretch and move around for 30 seconds.
So we need to get beyond the idea that we want to avoid and get rid of tension and conflict and contention and problems, right? That it's a part of society, and therefore it's a part of the coalition hub, right? So those are my 2 requests: that we continue with Sandra, and that we schedule a permanent, long-term, regular session to address anything and everything related to war, contention, anything, anti-peace, anything that is issues, conflict, all of that, for our whole community that we're building together. All right, so those are my requests. Check. If someone wants to repeat that back, maybe Lucy could repeat that back, and then it will be your turn and go back to Lucy.
Yeah, the J request is, if Sandra want to get involved, she should consider first, if she want to get involved seriously, she should first consider scheduling for contentious situation.
So I wasn't speaking specifically to Sandra. I'm saying, like, if Sandra is serious about getting involved, which there's no reason to believe it's not, right? And she already is an owner, that we as a team, as a group, need to take it seriously and to continue this process and not try to finish today. I think we need to just schedule another contentious session, like maybe at least once a month or once a week, depending on how fast we want to get through it. And then to also...
how will it be the scheduling is about? Is it gonna still about Lucy? Because I hate this issue of Lucy.
I mean, that's something that needs to be addressed, but absolutely 100% not. Like, me and Sandra, I think, would both agree that this isn't about you, Lucy, right? You obviously have a perception that it is, but in my observation of what happened, Sandra had a question, you took it negatively, and it, erupted from there because of past contention and past issues that weren't applicable to the actual situation, right? So it's a very, very minor thing, but it wasn't about you personally, Lucy. So we understand that you take it personally, and that's part of who we are as individuals. We're human beings. We take things personally. That's just the way that we operate, right? Which also means that you're passionate and you care about things. You care about yourself. You care about your community. You wouldn't be here otherwise, right? So typically this type of work invites people who are compassionate and are caring and therefore have more
Time to
feelings.
pause. Please
right?
stop. Close your eyes. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open your eyes.
But in my observation, obviously things spiraled out of control, and instead of focusing on work and professional work, which is what we are here to do, and Sandra needs to understand that. If Sandra cannot focus on the professional work and get focused on the deliverables, like, you can't stay here, Sandra. Like, I will be the first person to vote that Sandra needs to be removed, or need to start a new branch that doesn't focus on work, right? Me and Lucy have worked through our issues. We are here to work, and we work well together. You know, and not I wouldn't say we work well together, but we are working well to move forward the vision and the organization of what needs to be done, right? It's whatever we're doing is working, right? Me and Lucy are making progress for this organization. Martins is helping a very, very small amount, and no one else is doing anything, right? So that's the reality of the situation. We're very fragile, and so we need the team to focus on what exists, which is basically me and Lucy doing 99.9% of the work, and then Martins doing the other 1%, or less than 1%, right? So that's the reality of the situation. And so anything that upsets that very delicate balance is a huge issue, not for Lucy, not for me, not for Sandra, for the entire coalition, the entire network, everybody. Right? And we don't want to be delicate like this in the future. We want to be much more resilient and have multiple teams being functional, but that's just not the current situation. Okay? So, Lucy, I don't know if you want to repeat that back, but again, what I'm saying is that it's not about you personally, Lucy. All right? So that's just so if you can repeat back my perception, that's fine, and then you can go back to your turn to give your perception. But again, my hope is that we can move forward. We can, realize that we're not going to be able to say everything we want to say today, and then we can schedule another time to continue this, because we're committed as a team, as a community, to improving our relationships, right? That's what I'm asking us. That's the request, is to put ourselves aside and focus on the team and the organization and move this forward. Because if we can't, and we feel like it's not possible, then we need to split up, and we need to do the forks, and we need to do, the core issues and the core values. But, so it just depends how bad we think it is. If we think it's really bad, then let's schedule again for Monday. If we think that we can wait a week, then let's schedule in a week. If we think we can wait a month, we can schedule in a month. Right? But either way, I think we do need to schedule. And if things continue to get worse, we need to schedule
Time
sooner.
for breath. Please stop and get ready. Now inhale. 1, 2, 3. Exhale. 1, 2, 3. Pause. Inhale together. 1, 2, 3. Exhale. Relax.
And I want to make sure it's very clear that the contentious process in our conflict evolution model results in either, one, we work together as a team, two, we have to, split up and divide into different teams, right? So that's basically the outcomes, right? We're either going to continue to work together or we don't, and that will be decided based on how the contention moves forward. So right now I don't see any reason why we can't move forward and work together, but I think we need more time to address the deeper contention of our disconnection, specifically with you, Sandra, because we've spent so little time with you and we have such a long history with you for years now, right? So that's my request. I'm requesting simply that we as a team prioritize this and put in more time for the benefit of all of us. Okay? Check.
Yeah. Okay. If Jay said it's not about me, it's about organization and about working together as a team. When we recruit more people, we'll even still have more problems. We cannot avoid this. So it's good to work on it and deal with it. We cannot run away from problems. issues will be there as long as we have more people who are going to get involved.
Yes, exactly.
Check.
Cool. All right, so I feel like I was fully repeated back. Everything looks good. So Lucy, it's now your turn. Let's try to make sure it's shorter. Maybe we don't need to repeat as much. I don't know, but it's up to you.
I'm going to not. I don't have much to say. I'll only respond with two things.
Okay.
I'll just request Sandra not to say something that I have not written because she say about the family. The message that I was responding, she was the one starting say don't transfer your aggressiveness. That is where the issue come in about the transferring. I did not talk anything about the family. It is always good to be honest and have the message there. When you see family, is it there? It's like when I was saying about doctor. Can you check
Time to
in that
pause.
message? Is
Please
there something
stop.
called doctor?
Close your
Is it
eyes.
about
Count.
I
1,
need
2,
to
3, 4,
diagnose?
5.
Actually, this
Open
also
your
that's what
eyes.
the word was using. I need to get diagnosed for treatment and get treated. So it is not good to say something that someone has not written. It's not good. Let's just say exactly what is there. She says she can suing me based on what now? On say about transferring. Is there anything about the family? If someone can document, it's not good to say something that I'm not saying it. It is good to just copy the message exactly the way it was saying. You don't need to go opposite the messages.
Yeah.
And another thing is a lot I've said, I don't want to repeat, we don't want to go back. There was only misunderstanding during the main session. That cannot get us to go to personal life. The issue of me saying don't make noise. Yes, I've said that because I was silent. You came up with the meeting and you said the meeting was supposed to be today, not yesterday. I was wondering why you say that she not need to make policies. Policies for what? And the session is tomorrow. I have not even say I refuse to attend the session. I have not responded anything. Any on social media, I have not said anything. I was silent. I choose to go silent to avoid more things. That is why, if I could have just continued being silent, then this thing of having up to personal issues is not maybe not supposed to be there. You know, silence sometimes solve a lot of things. Instead of responding, you just go silent. But I did not mention her family. No, that is a big no. We should not say that. It is not good to say something that is not written. I will repeat that. And also, it is not good to say somebody about serious treatment. Surely, honestly, no. That is also a big no. If it is work, there is no organization that they don't have always problem in the workplace. If you get much involved in a workplace, you will get to interact with almost everybody. Because being always available, you will of course have misunderstanding. That misunderstanding does not guarantee her to say, I'm always a problem with everybody. No, that is her opinion anyways. Fine. It's fine for anyone to have opinion about you. I don't have problem with opinion, but I will
Time to
just
take a
request her not
break.
to go to
Please
people's
stop.
personal life.
Write down whatever you are
Because
about to
I have
say
not
and
mentioned
take a
anything
break
about
for
her
6
family.
minutes.
Okay, so we're
Whatsoever.
getting over time and we're doing a lot of repetition. So
Check, I'm done.
let's
I just request her, and then I request her not to always go and attack people about family and use bad word. That is it. And again, the misunderstanding, I'm sorry. I apologize for the misunderstanding for the work. If for her she felt I attacked her, I'm sorry, Sandra, but don't go to people like.
So Sandra, do you want to repeat back what Lucy said, and we can take a quick break?
Yeah, she said, according to what I heard, according to what I heard, what she said is just, I will keep it brief. She said, is misunderstanding between I and her. That she's sorry if I misunderstood what she said. That she felt sad me talking about her personal self, which I didn't, and she just said word. She never meant my family. Go ahead.
Okay, is that good? Is that good, Lucy?
Yeah.
Okay, so do you all want to take a break, or do you want to just finish up with Sandra and then schedule and wrap up, or what? Because I think we're pretty much done. We're getting
Yeah,
close.
just Sandra wrap up.
Okay, so Sandra, this will be your last turn, and then we're going to go ahead and wrap up schedule, and then we're gonna be done. Check out.
Okay. Well, my turn. I want to state it clearly. I do not have a personal issue with Lucy. I do not have problem with her whatever or any time, and I'm not planning to have any problem with her. I just felt, why would she use that statement on me? If she's having any problem with me, maybe the way I'm not coming online regular, as a manager of the organization, she have the right. I suggest she have the right to ask me, or even checking on me, what is going on? Why am I not always online to work? Instead of attacking me or bearing grudges, which is not a good quality as a manager. If I did something wrong, you have the right to ask, to tell me this thing you did is not okay, is not good. Please do not repeat it again, and everything will be fine. I wouldn't have made any statement if you did not make statement. You make statement first, and I just responded. I'm not accusing you. What I said was what you said first that made me. And if you find it pain, you find that I'm going to your personal life, I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry. So that's all I can say.
Okay, Lucy, do you want to repeat back what you heard Sandra say?
Yeah, I can repeat. Sandra said, if I feel like she has a problem, as a manager, I should have follow up on her, trying to ask her why she's not online, why she's not working, instead of just being negative on her and respond to her. She was responding, I respond to her, but so she responded back.
And
That's anything.
what was the last thing that she said?
I forget the last thing. Forgive, she say, if she has done anything wrong, she said anyway.
She said what?
She's sorry.
Yes.
She's saying she's sorry.
Yes. Okay. Sandra, did we repeat everything back that you said? Is that correct?
Yes, correct.
Okay. So it's now my. Oh, do you have anything to add, Sandra? So it's, if you're done, and then I don't have anything else I need to add, so I think we're done and ready to go to wrap up. So we can wrap up and we can check out, and then we get focused on work. That sound good?
Yes.
Yeah.
So the main next step here is to schedule our next. If there's no objections to my request, we would schedule our next contentious situation.
Sorry, between who? I think I'm done with contentious. Is there any other issue on ground?
I mean, I don't think that we're done. Right? We're typically supposed to list the issues. We're supposed to get clarity on our values and our core, identity. We should process our identity systems. We should make sure we're building our culture, and I think everybody should be involved with it as a team, right? So, if we're not doing the contentious situation, I think we should be focusing on our identity and our culture, and maybe we could even combine the two. But either way, I feel like it's important to follow up with where we are. Unless you're just not
At
particularly
4
interested
time
in
to
being
start.
involved. I mean,
Please get focused on the session.
if you don't really want to be involved, then it's like, okay, maybe we don't need to talk about anything anymore as a team. Anyways, can we do the wrap up and make sure that we are finishing all the time and everything? So this is just basically contentious communications, contentious non-violent communications, and we did 1.5 hours, right? So, Lucy, are you willing to schedule?
Okay, scheduling. Wow.
I would like us, my request again is to, make sure we're addressing the bigger picture of contention in this situation, but also overall with the organization, the coalition, as we get more people involved. And I think that it may be somewhat integrated with our identity process because we're talking about core values and principles and, and worldviews and all that. So I do feel like contention and our identities clash, right? I think that's kind of where contention arises. So I feel like those two things could potentially be combined together, and the question is how and where and when to address them, because right now they're not being addressed. So it could be like once a month, right? Or even once a quarter, but I do think that it's very important to have a regularly scheduled session to address issues and do our identity. Our identity processes are supposed to happen every month, right? We're supposed to do individual and then team and then organization and then network. So there's really 4 of them. So it really should happen, at least once a month.
Yeah, it's fine. You can schedule, Jay. No problem.
Okay, so when would we schedule for? And how would we do this? I mean, we only have 4 main sessions per month, and those main sessions are pretty taken up already based on all the work that we do. So if we tried to tack it on as like a topic within our main session, we could try that, but I feel like that's not going to be taken very seriously because we already have so many other things to deal with. So I feel like it would make more sense to put it in the bigger picture of just having a scheduled session.
Time to pause. Please stop. Close your eyes. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
See, we can
Open your
just
eyes.
put one of the main session to be for contentious session, or we can do it. We can go back before we have Wednesday. Every Wednesday we usually have, but it will interfere with our work and have more session. I think Sandra was not talking.
No, I'm not speaking. I'm speaking to my baby. I'll just mute.
Okay.
So maybe we could just like do a proposal to make sure we schedule for this and figure it out within like, I don't know, a couple weeks. Let's say the full moon. That would give us 2 weeks to figure it out. If we don't want to figure it out today.
Yeah, we can figure out. We have 2 weeks.
All right, so the proposal would be to require us to schedule our plan and schedule for addressing coalition level contention and potentially identity, / life support. So other like priorities that are not regular,
Okay. Do we need to vote on it now? Or we should just vote it or identify a session?
Yeah, we can just go to that. We can just take it to the main session.
Oh, perfect. Yes, let's take it to the main session.
or if we have a voting form. All right. So I think we're done. Why don't we just do quick checkouts? I'll say that I'll give the session a 6.5. I thought it was a good session. I think we did make progress on hearing each other, which is great. And then, I just hope we can get focused on the work. Hope to focus on the work. And I'm going to be doing regen more today and continue to work on regen after this. Lucy, Sandra, do you want to check out?
Yeah, I'm writing my check.
All right, well, you can also
I'm
say
doing my
it verbally too. If you want to also say it verbally, that could be helpful.
Yes, it was a good session. I give the session
Now inhale.
6
1,
6.
2, 3. Exhale. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Pause. Inhale together. 1,
Looking
2,
forward to work
3.
on
Exhale,
taxes,
relax.
to schedule on lead taxes, and do follow up for art session and recruitment follow up as well. Check. I would also like to help Jay on region. If you need some help, I'm available.
Yeah, if you want to schedule, let me know. I'm definitely going to be working on it today. And then also, it is ready to start testing. There is, testing that can be done. So, Sandra, did you want to do a quick checkout verbally? Otherwise, we're done.
Okay, I said I'll give this session a 5. It was good session to make progress by hearing each other out. I'm going to be looking forward to be working on scheduling an RTV section and recruitment follow-up. Check. And also to learn more about the website you're building, Regen.
Yes, I want to see if the new site works. So, region.my. So this is the current website. I'll put on line 45 right there. All right, so I think we are done. So I'll talk to you all later, okay?
Okay.
Awesome.
Oh, the website is good.
Bye.
Okay,
Ciao.
bye.
Okay.
Okay.